Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Amperson. Good morning.
7:31, 17 degrees outside. I got to tell you, man, I don't know. You're looking sharp today. You got the KC blue jacket on, pull over, and your hair is magnificent.
Well, thank you,
I don't
Dave.
know what's going on. Are you staying at Mr. Sybrant's house?
I am, yes. I've been staying the last couple of nights at the Sybrant Bed and Breakfast. They're sweet people.
They
Just
are
love
great.
those two.
Thank you, Sybrant's. And whatever you're doing with Brent's hair, thank you very much. It's so much better than it was. You just look great.
I don't know. I might just pretend that I have something going on and stay another few nights. Last night they had like chicken noodle soup for me to enjoy after the game.
Whoa.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man. Well, that's the way they are. They're that
they
kind
are.
of people.
They are the
Yep.
best.
All right. Exciting volleyball last night. More to come. Now we wait for some times and locations and where we're going to go and who we can cover. And that's going to come hopefully today, I understand. But
Yeah, we'll see. I know Class C1's not going to be official until sometime tomorrow. The Western District, which includes Sydney and Ogallala, who will end up playing each other tonight, that got pushed back to start last night because of the weather over the weekend. So the C112 will play their district or sub-district championship tonight. So we probably won't know anything official on C1 until sometime tomorrow. Now, I'm sure that many will be looking at the points and trying to figure it up themselves as to who's going to play who, depending on who wins in that match tonight. But the other classes, I'm not exactly sure when the NSAA will release that information, but we'll be watching it close. And Broken Bow advanced out to a district final last night with their win, and Semel-Myrna advanced out to the district final with a win. South Loop is in a district final again. Congratulations to them. And Mullen advanced out to the district finals. So 4 teams within our coverage area, 1 step away from the state tournament. That's pretty exciting.
that's very exciting. And congratulations to all the teams who competed last night, who did not move forward. Again, our hats are off to you, young ladies, your coaches, your parents, your fans, for going through this weird time and giving us something to cheer about. And so if you're not moving forward, that's okay. Thanks for competing and being a part of our broadcast that we enjoy bringing so much. And, of course, our sponsors out there, thank you again. Now, football on Friday, we're pretty excited because we're going to be using our video stream again, and we're going to be doing it from Thedford, right?
Correct, yes. We'll have 2 games on the air for you in the Class D2 state football playoffs. On KCNI 1280 AM and 96.3 FM, we're going to do Ansley Litchfield against Bruning Davenport Shickley, or BDS, but that's what the B, the D, and the S stand for, Bruning Davenport Shickley. And we'll have that on KCNI radio with kickoff at 6 o'clock. And then, as you mentioned, we'll be in Thetford. Sandhills Thetford will take on Loomis, and the guys will call it for you on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then we'll take our radio call and put it along with a special video stream, which you can watch on our media platforms, which include SandhillsExpress.com, Sandhills Express Facebook page, Twitter, and YouTube.
Yep, all those platforms, and use which one works best for you. Finding it is sometimes the fun part. So use whatever you can find us on. A big thank you to the Sandhills Thedford schools
Yes.
for inviting us to do that. They actually saw some of our video, I think, in the volleyball side of things that we've been doing, and want to know if we would come up and do this. And you bet, if we can do it, we will. Now I'm sure people are saying, well, why don't you do both? Oh, we only have one set of cameras
yeah,
here.
that's the bad thing. we try hard to be in more than one place because of, well, the generosity of our business sponsors. Again, I mean, the addition of 96.3 FM allows us to stay on in about a 15-mile radius or so, where you can reach us through 96.3 FM. Of course, we have the web that people can go and listen anywhere. So, and our talent pool is such that we can go more than one place.
Right.
And so we're so thankful for that. And it's great to know that we'll be in two places on the radio anyway, coming up on Friday. And who knows, maybe down the road we'll be in more than one place with video, too. I don't know.
I don't know either. This has kind of grown quickly. And, of course, I think the schools, a lot of the schools have been providing video through Strive and other means. And
great
so
service.
People are kind of used to that, but they really love having the commentary with it. And I know some of the kids do some of it with Strive. A lot of them don't. We have a pretty nice camera that really the thing about this camera is it just adjusts to light so well. That's one of the things that we had comments on from the Custer County Fair. You know, we did the shows, animal showing and so forth at the fair, and people said, well, whenever I try to take video or a picture underneath that top, everything is silhouetted and it's dark. Well, this camera has a brain of its own somehow, and it adjusts the light as best possible and zooms and does all these things that allows us to do a pretty good job. I'm sure that we'll never have a TV truck. I'll just tell you that right now.
Good.
So this might be as good as it gets, folks. But thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been great. And, of course, with COVID, let's face it, a lot of people are not going or can't go or not allowed to go, depending on the situation. And so,
and that's what really pushed us into experimenting with it, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's because of COVID, things have been limited at certain events in regards to attendance. So this is a way we've come up with to try to bring the picture to you if you can't attend in person. So pretty cool.
Yep, and I think we knew in our hearts and minds that we'd be headed that way with all the technology available someday. This just sped everything up, which is probably in the end an okay deal. Rather not to have COVID to speed things up.
Yes.
But all right.
All right.
That's what we'll be doing sports-wise. And then we do know there's a little rumbling about Big Red football with the Wisconsin situation. You can tell you're the sports guy. You follow it closer than I do, but COVID is bothering the Wisconsin football team.
Yeah, there have been some positive cases of COVID-19 within the Wisconsin football program. So I think that they're certainly monitoring that very closely. And, yeah, I mean, I think you can say that there's a question mark as to whether or not the game will be able to be played on Saturday between Nebraska and Wisconsin. So, to my knowledge, nothing has been said to this point that it won't be played. But you can be assured they're definitely watching that situation very close. So we'll see what happens.
Well, you got to figure they're going to be traveling soon. Normally they go in a day ahead or so they're going to have to make that decision within the next couple of days. So we'll watch that for you. I'm sure they won't wait till the very last minute to decide not to do it. Hopefully they'll be able to do it. If they don't do it, that will also free up our channels to cover our own sports as well on Saturday.
True, yeah.
So there'll be sports on both channels one way or the other, and maybe even a shortened pre- and post-game if the Nebraska football game goes off so we can get some volleyball on. We'll just have to see how it all works out. 17 degrees outside, clear skies, pretty nice morning, really, and we are going to begin the warm-up. We'll be We got to 40 yesterday about 5 o'clock. We're going to see warmer than that today. We're going to see some 50s here going into the weekend. Perfect timing for the Halloween. And don't forget about Trunk or Treat taking place Friday afternoon in the city square. And our gals, they've been planning this for so long. They're so giddy about this. They're going to be down in the park giving away some really nice treats.
Good.
And their costumes are in. We won't spoil it.
Oh, they're dressing up.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my.
Yes, they are going to be full speed ahead on this deal.
Are you participating? Are you dressing up?
Well, I was
Do you
thinking,
have a costume?
I was thinking with Friday, we might be busy out here Friday, so it might be up to the sales team and whoever else can get there. Kristen or Emily, we'll have to wait and see. I might stop by if we aren't tied down here due to, because the games start at 6, right?
6 o'clock kickoff for both.
Hopefully we can do some testing ahead of time and make sure we get everything going. And as a matter of fact, I think the guys are going to drive up to Thedford today and test for the video situation there.
Yeah,
so
I think so.
Yeah. But anyway, downtown, there'll be all sorts of good treats for the kids, and mask will be required because it's Halloween.
Yeah, there you go.
So we don't have any controversy there. All right. We do have a good show lined up for you today. Dr. Jacobson, I believe, is coming in person around 8:30 with Click Family Healthcare. That should be interesting. I have some scientific questions to ask him.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah. And also we'll be talking with Glinda at the Pizza Hut, and Todd Reynolds is coming in on behalf of Trotter Fertilizer here in the area. So we'll find out some more about that. Want to play the game?
We can, yes. We're moving into a new batch of questions since Halloween is right around the corner. We're going to ask questions about classic horror movies, scary movies. Here's your question for today. What horror movie featured a gourmet cannibal?
A gourmet cannibal?
Yeah. You want me to give you even a bigger clue?
Well, give us the choices. Maybe it'll ring a bell.
All right. Burnt Offerings, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, or Silence of the Lambs? Clarice.
Oh, boy.
Clarice.
Oh, eek.
What horror movie featured a gourmet cannibal? Burnt Offerings, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, or Silence of the Lambs? It is Big Pig Day. Chance to win a pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runza in Broken Bow. So if you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
Nora is a Runza insider.
Yeah, little secret for you. You know Runza burgers?
I do know them.
You can get one with Swiss cheese.
Right.
And mushrooms.
Okay.
Just ask for...
The Swiss mushroom burger?
How'd you know?
It's right there on the menu. Come get your Swiss mushroom burger today. Because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We have Deb on the line. Good morning, Deb. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, not too darn bad. Go ahead. This one creeps me out. You guys get this taken care of.
All right, Deb, what horror movie featured a gourmet cannibal? Was it Burnt Offerings, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, or Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of the Lambs.
Of course, Hannibal Lecter. And because you've answered correctly, we have for you a certificate that'll get you a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesdays at Runs in Broken Bow. So just come on out and see us when you can.
Okay,
Thanks,
you.
Deb.
Thanks,
Have a good
Deb.
day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, I tell you, the part that creeps me out with that show, there's a lot of creepy parts. But when he chatters his teeth, that
man.
just, ew.
Yeah.
And you know what? Since my wife knows that bothers me, she'll do that sometimes when she really wants to creep me out.
Yeah.
So I think maybe, I'm going to be part of the menu later in the day.
No. Clary.
No.
Clary.
Although I did like the starring actress very much. Due to exposure to a positive COVID test, the Prairie Pioneer Center is not going to be able to have meals or deliveries for 14 days. The center will be closed until November 9th. Wanted to remind you of that, so keep that in mind. And also, I wanted to read one more time the folks who found the beagle. Now, I don't know if you've had beagles before, folks. If you have, you know they really hunt. They like to hunt. That's their deal. And they're very energetic dogs. This is a very nice dog. The folks know they have a dog that has come from a home. It's a beagle female, white with big tan spots, very well behaved. It sits and does the whole deal, so you know it has a place that it came from. This is out near the Hagemeister place near Callaway, and they would like you to call them if you're missing a beagle, 836-2998. Had a lovely visit with Mrs. Hagemeister, and she says, we have a German Shepherd. We don't need 2 dogs. This is a great dog. We want to get it back home.
All right. Good.
Okay.
Was Snoopy a beagle? Snoopy was a beagle, right?
Yeah. They're very, we had a Beagle Basset cross, which was an interesting pet.
Oh.
But, and they're a little quirky. Like sometimes beagles will just sit and bark at a rocking chair. If something bugs them, they're kind of spooky that way, but they're very smart.
What breed of dog is Scooby-Doo? Do you know? I've always wondered that.
Well, he's a big dog.
He is.
Kind of looks like a hound German Shepherd mix or something, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Or a hound of some kind, like maybe
I don't know. Are cartoon dogs
purebreds?
breeds? I don't know.
They don't have to be.
They're just a cartoon dog, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, we're going to play a little Eric Clapton for you this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
but the words won't come. I know.
Pretty one called Looking at the Rain from Eric Clapton. Redfern Electric. They are growing and going everywhere in central Nebraska and doing their work, and because of that, they need workers.
They do. Ed Lashley with Redfern Electric is based in Callaway, but they provide electrical service throughout central Nebraska. Looking for dependable, reliable job candidates, whether you're just getting started at the entry level or you are an experienced electrician, they want to visit with you. Redfern Electric offers health benefits plus vacation and holiday pay, competitive wages, and company pickups. Call Ed at 402-641-2782 or call 836-2254 or email redfernelectric@yahoo.com for more information on this great opportunity. And you can see the full listing posted on sandhillsexpress.com by going to the employment page.
Thank you. I believe we got a little crossed up here. I'm going to give Mike a call.
Oh. Mr. Evans on the phone today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get him going.
Right. Punch your call button on the...
There you go.
There you go.
I don't really... There. Is it going to ringy-dingy?
I bet
there
it
it
does.
goes.
Yeah, one ringy.
Hope I didn't dial the wrong number. I do
Good
that.
morning.
Oh, hi,
hello.
Mike. How you doing?
Sorry, I thought we were staying out of the studio still.
Well, I didn't know either, Mike. It says here, Evans Feed, 750, but it doesn't say whether you're coming or we're calling you, but this works just fine.
Okay, yep, no problem.
All right. How's things going at Evans Feed in Broken Bow and Oconto?
I tell you what, I pulled up here this morning and there's trucks loaded and headed out. It's kind of that time of year.
And what's people busy with? What are you selling?
There's calves moving here and there. There's a lot of bird food and horse food, and just we're bagging stuff and getting cubes in, and I don't know, salt and mineral as normal. That's usual, but just a lot of things this time of year with the cattle moving around the country.
Well, it is a fun time of year. Hopefully, a time where these guys receive some revenue and benefits from all the work they've done and all the feed they put into those animals out there. But it's a great time of year. And I suppose this bit of snow we had and the temperature yesterday down to like 6 degrees tells us that we need to prepare to take care of our animals in the winter months. That was just kind of a shocker, but hopefully we have a couple of weeks or more of decent weather, but we need to make sure we get everybody fed in those kind of conditions.
Yeah, the nutritional needs of animals that have to brave this kind of weather is definitely go up. They have to sleep out in this cold every night, and so you get the halfway warm days and the cold nights, and earlier a lot of dusty conditions, but the snow helped out a little bit. So there was a little benefit to the snow. It was getting awful dry, and it's just time of year. Yeah, it's a good wake up call. It's a good way to put it for the cattlemen and women out there that it's time to kind of get some tubs out and get some cubes going to the cattle and some good minerals and kind of get their nutritional plane moved up a little bit.
You bet. Mike, I don't know if you've noticed this. I know do you have just one cat?
One cat?
Yeah, do you have one cat?
Speaking of cows, no, I have 2 warehouse cats. That's all I have.
Oh, you don't have any at the house?
No, I don't have any. Oh, I got a lot in the neighborhood, but I don't actually own any, I don't think.
Okay, sorry to turn left or right quickly on you, but I just was thinking about watching animals, whether it be cattle or cats or horses or whatever, birds. They know when it's time to start storing up on nutrition. They just automatically know, and they also know, like these cats at our house, they won't always go into the garage at night at the same time when it's kind of nice out, because there's a couple of them that are kind of stubborn and they don't want to sleep with the other cats. But now they're waiting at the door as one big group to go in and cuddle together.
Yeah, they figure it out pretty quick.
But isn't it amazing how animals, they don't need a weather forecast. They just know when they need to start eating more.
Yeah, they were loading up. I always keep the bird feeders full, and they were sitting there pretty stagnant for about a month or two, of course. And then the other day I looked out there and it was just empty. So, yeah, if you're feeding the wild birds, and finally they finally started harvesting the black sunflowers up in the northern country, and so the price of black sunflowers has come down about $3 or $4 a bag. And I was hoping that would happen, that it wouldn't all get snowed under, because the prices were starting to get a little crazy on the black sunflowers and the wild bird mix. But now that's all coming down, and we have a fresh supply. So if you're going to feed the wild birds, we got the nice big bags, or we have it in the bulk too.
Okay. Also, you have squirrel corn.
Oh yeah, I got squirrel corn. Got to take care of the squirrels.
So we're talking little animals right now. But
yeah, we are. But yeah, I mean, for the cows that are out there grazing on the corn stalks, there's a lot of things you need to think about. And sometimes the guy gets busy out there, and you're harvesting and this and that, and you throw them out on the stalks. But one thing we got to remember: the sodium bicarb is a big thing if there's a lot of corn down. And I haven't heard that there's a lot of it down this year, but there's probably some fields where there is some, and so you got that, and then you got different kinds of minerals that cattle do better on when they're grazing corn stalks. So there's been a lot of that moving out. So this time of year is a transition time, and of course we have all the guys that wean their calves and feed them for a while. We have the really good Stress Care 5 weaning pellets that are made by Purina, and the calves really take off on that. And then another thing we probably don't talk enough about is we bag our own distillers pellets here, and we got some really nice distillers pellets and cubes coming in, and we get the pellets in the bulk so they don't go through an auger, and then we put them in our bagging bins, and we sell a lot of those, and we have really good prices on them, and they're super fresh.
All right. Yeah, that's great. And then also lick tubs almost year-round, right?
Yeah, and we actually on this year on the lick tubs, we have a new one this year that is kind of exciting. It's a feedlot receiving tub, and the cattle, it's really loaded up with goodies. So the calves get this stuff in their belly, and it helps them through the stress period of weaning and gets them off to a good start.
Okay, all right. I don't want to take another left turn on you and go back to cats. I'm sorry about that.
I hear you. That's all right.
I apologize. Brent may have a question that would be more reasonable.
Well, since you brought up cats, do you have any mouse food, Mike?
I have lots of mouse food. Yes.
Great. That's what I want to know.
That really doesn't help their nutritional.
No,
thing.
well, I'll be honest with you, Mike. I'm not thinking of helping their nutritional aspects. I'm thinking of
You're thinking about no more mice.
That is correct. Yes.
We got 3 or 4 different kinds, and we introduced that one last year. The little, it's a soft chew kind of one, and I don't know what you call it for sure, but it almost looks like taffy. And man, those mice really go crazy for that.
Okay.
And they're really going to be moving in with this cold shot we had.
Yeah, they're probably trying to find their way in right now.
Oh boy. We don't need that. But
we don't.
They can make a mess. They can get into things, and they can also smell a little bit if there's a bunch of them. Yeah. There's a certain odor of a mouse-infested barn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know the smell. Yeah. I've dug through some gunny sacks before.
Oh, I bet you have. All right. Well, this is a great time of year, a busy time of year for you guys. Seems like you're always busy, but this transition you're talking about is, something we look forward to. And I don't honestly think that this time is flying by so quick. It won't be that long. We'll be talking about calving. Some of these guys calve in January, and we're not that far away.
Yeah, it's a beautiful morning out. I looking out the office window, and there's trucks rolling and cattle moving, and I know the guys are out there harvesting, and gals are out there harvesting with them. It's just it is a good time of year, and it's a lot better when there's not snow flying.
Yeah, no kidding. So what about the wood pellets? Talk a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah, the wood stove pellets. I should have mentioned that. Sorry, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we took on a new venture this year, so just so everybody knows, there's another source for wood-burning wood stove pellets, and we've sold, at least a semi-load so far, and we got another one in, so we're trying very hard not to run out of these. And they're a good hard pellet, so they're supposed to burn longer, and so anyway, that's kind of we got pallets of them sitting all over the place here, so if anybody needs a pallet of wood pellets, we have them.
A lot of those used in shops, Mike, like the out on the farm and ranch, or even in the home too, I assume.
Yeah, there's a lot of them used in town here as well. Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty popular. They're more popular than what I even knew.
Huh. All right. So you have them. Also, a lot of us don't want to quit grilling just because it cools off a little bit. If you have a pellet burning grill, you have those too.
Yeah, we got those from the same company, and it's a Nebraska company, and so far they've gone over real well. Gone over real good in the store. I've had to order them 3 times now. So
wow.
Yeah, we must have them priced right and have the flavors people like.
Very good. One last question, going back to small again. Do you ever get like from the salt companies little salt blocks anymore?
You know, I haven't seen those for so long. I don't think they do that anymore.
Oh man, you know how much fun that was when you were a kid and you got those little salt blocks and you could put them in your truck.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, those were the days, Dave. Now it's all corporate. They don't do any of that fun stuff anymore.
They don't care whether kids play or not.
No, it's a different world.
Yeah. Don't forget, too, folks, about a lot of people out there have more and more chickens these days and a lot of rabbits out there, and you have that taken care of as well.
Yeah, and we grind and mix our own chicken feed and bag it, so we have a really, really good prices on layer feed for chickens. So we got 3 different kinds, but they're all different levels of pricing. But the one that we grind and mix ourselves, it has a little more meal in it because you're grinding it, but the chickens figure out a way to eat meal, promise you.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, thanks so much. You guys have the store in Oconto. That's open 5 days a week, I think. And then, of course, here in town, the store looks great, by the way. It just is so much fun to drive by and look at a real feed store.
Thank you, Dave. We appreciate that.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks for texting me to find out how we meet.
Yeah. Have a great day.
You too. 3 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. 6 days to go and President Trump makes a plea at a rally in Omaha.
I'm standing here freezing. I ask you one little favor. Get the hell out and vote.
Former President Obama with Biden supporters.
We've got to turn out like never before, Orlando. We have to leave no doubt. We can't be complacent. We were complacent last time.
In L.A., Dodgers fans celebrate the team's first World Series victory in 32 years. Second night of protests in Philly over the police shooting death of a black man.
We've been saying we're going to tear the system down if we don't get changed. But it's been months and months, and it's still happening.
Looters broke into stores. Hurricane Zeta heads for Louisiana. Plaquemines Parish President Kirk Lepine.
We have not been hit once. It looks like our luck is running out. It looks like this storm is coming closer and closer.
Landfall expected around dinner time. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Gavin Higgins with you, and here is a look at state news. Multiple affidavits have been filed with the Lancaster County Election Commissioner in an attempt to recall the Lincoln mayor and the 4 district city council members. The group LNK Recall is behind the effort to recall the multiple city officials. The group describes themselves as a nonpartisan grassroots movement led by Lincoln business owners and citizens. Lancaster County Election Commissioner Dave Shively will notify the elected officials of the recall, and then they have 20 days to respond with a defense statement. After the election office receives their defense statements, Shively will have 5 days to prepare the petitions. To move forward, the petitions would need the following number of signatures: Mayor Larion Gaylor Baird, 21,652. Northeast District 1, James Michael Bowers, 4,864. Southeast District 2, Richard Meggins, 8,009. Southwest District 3, Jane Raybold, 5,362. Northeast District 4, Tammy Ward, 2,495. These numbers represent 35% of the total votes cast for that office in the last general election. At a press conference on Monday night, the group pointed to an August 17th meeting as a reason. At that meeting, the City Council appointed Pat Lopez as the director of the Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department and voted to fast-track the approval rather than wait the typical 2 weeks to allow public comment and final notice. The city says the mayor and the City Council have the authority to suspend rules in special circumstances. A pizza chain in northeast Nebraska is paying a fine on Tuesday in Madison County Court. Pizza Ranch in Norfolk was cited for violating a directed health measure. On October 23rd, the restaurant co-owner Ryan Ackertoff pled no contest to the Class 5 misdemeanor. The case brought a fine of $100. Despite the citation, Ackertoff does not have any hard feelings. The Elkhorn-Logan Valley Public Health Department coordinated with law enforcement in September. Authorities say that at the time, buffets were not allowed. The health department also spoke on vending machines and other services and why directed health measures restricted some but not others. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is currently advising restaurants to avoid having buffet-style serving. It's taken several weeks, but the special prosecutor in a racially charged summer shooting in Omaha now has his hands on Jake Gardner's death certificate, which specifies suicide by gunshot, which is at odds with unverified speculation that Gardner was alive and well. Gardner, a white downtown bar owner, was facing manslaughter charges in the shooting death of James Scurlock, a black protester. Prosecutor Fred Franklin says with the death certificate in his hands, he planned to ask the court to dismiss the case. Franklin has also released a lengthy report that goes step by step through the evidence. The entire report can be found on News Channel Nebraska's website.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Baseball season is over and the Dodgers are world champs.
Urias to Adames. Call strike three. The Dodgers win. Finally, the wait is over. The Dodgers are the champions of 2020.
Final call from AM 570 LA Sports of Game 6 of the World Series. Dodgers win it 3-1. The game turned in the sixth inning when Tampa Bay starter Blake Snell was pulled by manager Kevin Cash after allowing just 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks in 5 1/3 innings, and having thrown just 73 pitches. LA then scored 2 runs in that inning, 1 on a wild pitch, the second on a fielder's choice to take a 2-0 lead. Mookie Betts added an insurance solo homer in the 8th inning. LA had 7 different pitchers combined to allow just 1 run on 5 hits in the victory. Corey Seager was named the World Series MVP for LA. Also of note, LA third baseman Justin Turner was pulled from the game in the 8th inning after it was learned an initial inconclusive test came back positive for COVID-19.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures approaching 50 for today. We'll see lots of sunshine. Then for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, some patchy fog possible late, a low of 25. For Thursday, some lingering fog in the morning, then clearing into the afternoon, reaching a high of 46. Friday, trending milder with abundant sunshine, upper 50s for highs, and for Saturday, 55 degrees. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
We saved big money with our Progressive Home and Auto Bundle and used the cash to take a family vacation.
To Hawaii.
Who's up for a luau?
Yay!
This is not a real testimonial. Sure, customers can save big money with Progressive, but not enough to go to Hawaii. They'll probably use it for things like the mortgage and groceries, or even a travel magazine, so at least they can see pictures of Hawaii.
Aloha!
Yes, say hello to those beautiful Hawaiian beaches in that magazine. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is time that matters. A window of time to help protect the ones you love. Your preteen benefits from staying up to date with their well visits. This is your window of protection. Schedule their well visit now. Brought to you by Merck.
Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the iconic cleaning formula known around the globe. Try a Simple Green product today, and if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll refund your money. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Simple Green. It is 10 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. 18 degrees outside under a clear sky. Winds are light out of the west. Barometric pressure is rising at 30.03. Humidity at 85%. As we mentioned earlier, the high yesterday was 40 with an overnight low of 17. Sunset today at 6:39. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 8:07. Let's remind ourselves when we go to bed on Saturday night to set that clock back 1 hour. We'll be on standard time officially at 2 o'clock on Sunday morning. 51/100ths precipitation measured so far this month of October. That's weather and news here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show at 8 o'clock. Let's talk a little bit about the Tiffany Theater.
Okay.
Tanya Mananya runs that operation.
Okay. Did you just give her that name?
I just did.
Okay.
It just came out.
All right.
Sounds Tanya Mananya sounds like a margarita or something.
Yeah.
But no, one of the nicest people we know, Tanya, invites you to the Tiffany Theater. They are at 50% capacity right now, which is not a problem. They have 3 theaters, and they have some good shows to go see, some delicious popcorn and concessions to enjoy.
Yes, they do. And we'll give you the lineup. There's the opportunity to see a few movies yet tonight and tomorrow, and then they'll end their run on Thursday, and then some new movies coming into the theater over the weekend into next week. Of course, because of the situation in Hollywood, Tiffany Theater is bringing back some older movies and showing them again on the big screen, and they have a couple that are right around the Halloween theme. And one of them is the animated classic Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, yes.
You can still see that tonight and tomorrow. And then the cool thing is they'll go to Hotel Transylvania 2 coming up on the weekend.
Nice.
And we'll tell you more about that in a second. Also, the 1980s flick The Lost Boys with vampires and all that stuff. And it's kind of funny, too.
Mm-hmm.
Kiefer Sutherland, back when he was a lot younger, stars in that one. So The Lost Boys is still showing tonight and tomorrow. You can check that out at the Tiffany Theater. And also, the faith-based film Heaven is showing yet tonight and tomorrow, so you can still check that out at the Tiffany Theater. Also, we do remind you, Hotel Transylvania and The Lost Boys, they are at a discounted price, just $2 to come in and see those. And the movies yet tonight and tomorrow being sponsored by your friends at the Broken Bow E-Free Church. All right, now let's go into the...
It's a popcorn.
Yikes. Do you have fits like that often?
In my own room, I do.
Okay. Now let's go to the weekend and into next week. Dana F. Cole in Broken Bow is going to be the sponsor of the movies this week, and some of the things that you'll be able to enjoy. Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
I think that's an old one from, what, 90s, 80s, 90s, somewhere. Bette Midler and others portrayed some witches. I think it's kind of a family comedy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If I remember right. So check that out. It's rated PG. Hocus Pocus, showing at a discounted price of $2, and that'll be starting on Friday, running through the weekend into next week. As we mentioned, Hotel Transylvania 2, the sequel, will be showing the animated film. It's Hotel Transylvania 2 starting Friday and Saturday, running through the weekend and on into next week. And they're bringing in a new movie, Honest Thief is the name of it. And that'll be showing in the Upstairs Theater beginning this weekend on into next week. So you can check that out at the Tiffany Theater in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Always great to go online and check out when the show times are. They'll also give you a kind of a feel as to what's coming. So check it out. TiffanyTheater.com is the place to go. And we encourage you to take the family out, enjoy the movies, and support the Tiffany Theater in Broken Bow.
I would highly recommend, too, that if you're a couple or a family and, husband and wife team, hold hands during the movies.
Oh.
Like you did back in junior high.
Yeah, you know how you each kind of, you're with that special girl, in high school. You're kind of out on a date, went to the movies, and you're like, I want to hold her hand, but I don't know if I should. I don't know if she wants me to. And
Exactly.
then you wait, you share the popcorn, right? You share the popcorn. You wait for, one to put their hand in the popcorn, and then just by accident, you happen to reach in at the same time.
Did that work for you?
See, no, it didn't. But it's a good idea, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I just remember sitting there and with that same question, what if she doesn't want me to hold her hand? And she, slaps your hand or pushes it away. That would just destroy you at that age. And then it's kind of like being a thief because how do you approach that? You put your hand beside their hand first and then just kind of wiggle it over, or or would you just say, do you want to hold hands? Maybe that would be the way to do it. But that wouldn't be nearly as, or putting your arm around them as you're sitting in a theater.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big move.
Yeah, you do the big, the big stretch. Oh, man, it just kind of, oops. Yeah.
Are you warmer now?
And that was kind of why you went to the scary movies, right? You were hoping that that they got scared and kind of jumped close to you.
Well, here's the thing: when you were that age,
and sometimes it was the guy that was getting scared and jumping close to the girl in a scary movie.
I don't remember scary movies, but I remember you had the girls' girlfriends were watching very closely to see whether that was going to happen or not. They already knew that it might happen.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Yep.
Let's give away a Tiffany Theater ticket so that you could take somebody out there, folks, and you could hold hands or put your arm around them.
Absolutely.
And if you're two guys and best friends, you don't have to hold hands if you don't want to. or put your arm around them. There might be a little bit of a spat. A fist fight in the Tiffany. We don't need that.
No.
What we need you to do is call 872-2801 and tell us. Now, this is for those of you who have not won a ticket before. Just call in, go on the air with us, and tell us your favorite movie. That's all you got to do. 872-2801. Tell us your favorite movie and win yourself a ticket to the Tiffany Theater here in Broken Bow. 872-2801.
Are you having a hard time getting moving after your surgery? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. If you have recently undergone surgery to your knee, hip, shoulder, back, or wrist, or having trouble doing the things you love, call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. With our highly trained staff in orthopedic rehabilitation, we are committed to getting you moving again. Call us at any of our locations close to you or check us out at myteampt.com, 872-5111.
Care is confusing, period. That's why having a knowledgeable local agent is so important. This is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Are you turning 65 soon and not sure what Medicare plans you need to sign up for or when? Maybe you're over 65 and still employed with questions about your Medicare options when you retire. Or you've had Medicare coverage for years and are wondering if there are changes or more affordable plans available. Give me a call at 836-2201 for an appointment. As your agent, I can answer those questions.
Okay. We didn't get a call, so we're going to take another 60-second break. Don't be shy. As a matter of fact, I won't even put you on the air.
There you go.
If you're shy about going on the radio, I don't know who would be anymore. But the number is 872-2801. Call us. Tell us your favorite movie and win a ticket to the Tiffany Theater movies.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
At Universal Insurance in Broken Bow, Nate and Jack are ready to go to the ends of the universe for you to make insurance a breeze. Want to get your products and service through text on your phone? They can do that. Want to pick up the phone and talk to them? Of course, they're ready to answer. Want to have a cup of coffee and talk about anything under the sun? You guessed it, they can do that too. No matter how you want them to be there for you, you can expect friendly, personal service paired with great products at Universal Insurance in Broken Bow.
All right, we have a winner. Jaden called in.
Yay.
Thank you, Jaden. And she said she wasn't shy. She just didn't hear it the first time.
Okay.
She would have went on the air with us. Seemed like a very nice person. Jaden's favorite movie, Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound. Watch old Bandit run.
Oh, boy. Leonard Skinnard. Brent, I don't want you to get on an island here, but we've got our guest in that we've been promoting.
Yes.
Dr. Jacobson is here.
Mm-hmm.
And how you doing, Doc?
I'm doing well.
Do you mind if we call you Doc?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
I was an ex-banker for 10 years, so I've been called a lot of things and answered to most. So,
well, see, if you want to, we can call you Doc. If you want to, you can call Brent and I Jocks, because we're DJs, which are disc jockeys. So if you feel the need, you can call us Jocks, and we'll call you Doc.
So jock and jock strap, or
oh my,
I want to make sure I keep you apart.
I don't know which one would be which.
Well, I'll let you guys decide that.
Welcome everybody to the Breakfast Show. It's the Jocks and the Doc with you this morning.
I guess you'd have to say which one's holding the bag.
Oh my.
Well, the doctors can say that.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
Click Family Healthcare now open. I have some other questions I want to ask you about science and technology.
Okay.
This is a study just released. If you want to drop a few extra pounds, you tell me whether this is real or not.
Okay.
Okay. This scientific study says if you take a lot of vitamin A and run in the cold out in the snow, this is from Austria, there's a study done there, they find that the vitamin A intake can burn more fat outside when it's cold. So if you want to lose a little extra weight, you take a lot of vitamin A and run in the snow. What do you think?
Well, I guess I'm not sure what the vitamin A does. But if you're outside running in the snow, your metabolism is going to ramp up to stay warm. So I don't know. All right. What did the study say as far as the control group versus the group? What was the difference in weight loss?
Oh, you mean the gazebo?
The gazebo. You'll have to enlighten me on that.
I think he means placebo.
Placebo? Okay.
Yes, we've been over this. I've been over this with him before, but he's just not getting it.
Okay. The other test is a pill that will stop you from snoring. Have you heard about that one?
No, I've not.
Have you?
No, I haven't heard about it, no.
Finally, you take a pill that helps your partner sleep because you don't snore anymore, according to this. Researchers at Boston's Brigham Women's Hospital are testing a pill they say stops snoring. They combine two non-sleep related drugs that say they reduce the snoring by 74%, almost as effective as a kick to the back. What do you think?
Well, again, I don't know. That's leaving it wide open.
Okay.
So more than likely, they're giving it to the partner so they sleep better and don't hear the person snoring.
All right, so that's all the scientific questions I have today.
Okay.
But we are excited about your opening, and I know you are too. This has been a long, hard road to get everything like you want it. The building itself, the facility, and then the staff that you wanted to put in there. It sounds like you've got it really in place now.
We do. You say it's been a long, hard road, but in reality, when we look back, we didn't buy the building till around the 1st of March. And so we're 7 months. And so we've come a long way with doing the major renovation of the building, starting out with, 4 new furnaces, 4 new air conditioners before we did anything. And then having Ron Rip's group come in and destroy everything and then put it back together. So in reality, it's really not been that long. It seems like it's been forever for me.
Sure.
But we're happy to be open. It turned out really well. We've got, there's a few things we wish we could have tweaked, but just the way the building's built, we're not able to with the support walls and those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But we're actually now renovating the north hallway because we have a couple people that are going to rent. We're going to have a mental health provider, hopefully starting around the 1st of December. That will be in one of the Northwest office. We also have a service organization that is going to rent part of the north hallway as well.
Great.
So we're building out a boardroom and an office there. But overall, it's just so happy to be here, and we're just getting a lot of calls of people who have not been getting health care because they can't afford it. And so we're seeing a lot of people that have shown interest. The one thing we've learned when we opened in Kearney is a lot of people show interest, but they don't actually call us or sign up till they need us. So I've told my staff we just need to have a good flu epidemic, and then we'll get busy quick.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't want that.
No, yeah.
But no, we've been we're very pleased the way things have come along.
Good. That's kind of human nature, I'm afraid, is that
It is.
You're interested, but then all of a sudden that bell goes off when something needs to be taken care of, and they'll give you a call. But let's talk a little bit, because we've got a little time here. Let's talk about the differences between traditional healthcare and what Click Family Healthcare offers.
Well, I think the biggest thing that direct primary care, which is what we call ourselves, is that we're actually working for the consumer. If I'm working in a fee-for-service practice, in a sense, I'm working for whoever's paying me, whether that be an insurance company, Medicare, Medicaid, because they're dictating what we can do. Where in our practice, our patients decide what they want. So I always use the example. I've had a couple people who wanted an MRI of their back because they're having back pain, and I've told them, you really don't need it. You're not having the symptoms of, where you're going to have surgery. And they went in and had it done, and they both came back negative. But the beauty was they made the choice themselves. Mm-hmm. They paid out of their pocket. They made that decision. If they would have had insurance, we would have done a back x-ray. They'd had it done 6 to 10 sessions of physical therapy, and then still the insurance company or the payer may have balked at covering that test. So it really, I think the secret sauce of direct primary care and what we do is that we're actually working for our customers. And so we have the time, we take the time with first appointments, usually an hour, all follow-up appointments are 30 minutes, because we want to build a relationship. So that at 7 o'clock on Friday night, if they call or text me, I know who I'm talking to and I know what's going on in their life. And we don't, unfortunately, in the current system, a lot of people get treated as a disease or as a symptom. They don't get treated as a person. Mm-hmm. And we're really trying to treat the whole person, because there's many times that they can be depressed, or they may have had to put their parent or their loved one into a nursing home, or their dog got ran over yesterday, or that can affect their health. And in a 15-minute appointment, and multiple studies have shown this, that a typical 15-minute appointment, the doctor's in the room about 7 minutes, but they're actually only focused on the consumer for about 3. Because they're trying to get their note done. So one of the things we hear all the time is, I know the back of my doctor's head in their back because they're typing on their note while they're trying to talk to me. Yeah. And so we focus on our consumers. We focus on our customers.
I think sometimes it's frustrating for patients when they realize when the doctor walks in, he hasn't been able to look at the file yet.
Right.
And so he's talking to you and looking at the file, or he or she looking at the file and trying to catch up on what medications you're taking, what past illnesses were, because they haven't had time to look at it before they walk in the room.
Right. And for us with our new customers that sign up, I had a lady yesterday that we scheduled an hour. It ended up going about an hour and a half. But she had signed up, and we had an opportunity to look at her records that we got, and we had an opportunity then to go through her medications. So when we started talking about her health conditions, we were already up to speed. And, she actually made the comment, "You're the first doctor I've ever gone to that actually knows what's going on before I came in." Mm-hmm. And that's fun. That's the part of healthcare that I actually get to be a doctor instead of being a box checker.
Yeah.
Because there's too many of the payers are requiring what they call quality metrics. So when I left Omaha at Think Whole Person Healthcare as the chief medical officer, we had 39 quality metrics for every Medicare patient, of which about 5 really mattered. But, Medicare and the insurance companies collect that data and then turn it around against the doctor. So, you're not meeting our quality metrics, so now we're going to cut your payment by 2% or 5%. Where with us, my quality metric is if I don't provide you good health care, I don't provide you value, you fire me. You quit paying me. Mm-hmm. And that's how I make my living, is by you paying me.
And this is, when it's set up, a monthly payment for an individual or whole family. They know how much it's going to cost per month, and they can come and see you anytime or talk to you or Zoom or meet with you somehow, some way, anytime, correct?
Correct. So today I actually have a video conference or video visit set up for one of my customers in Kearney. We're in Broken Bow today. So we'll do a video visit, and we'll take the time, whether it's 30 minutes or whether he wants to get off in 10. It'll depend on how long he wants to work. But yeah, our pricing is based upon age. I tell our customers that just like cars, the older we get, the more maintenance we require. So the cost goes up. So kids 18 and under with an adult are $15 a month or $108 for the whole year. And that's typically one visit if you go to a fee-for-service clinic. 19 to 44 is $50 a month or $600 for the year. 45 to 64 is $75 or $900 for the year. If you want to pay a year in advance, we take 1 month off. 65 and over is $100, but we don't have Medicare at this point because I'm still a Medicare provider. So I will probably opt out of that the first of the year, but right now we haven't taken a lot of Medicare patients.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do have a college fee since we're in a college town of $35. So there are some some direct primary care that will do a family rate. We just haven't. When I looked at those, I just felt like the fairest way was just to do it per individual per month.
I was thinking about that age group, that college age group. Brent has a couple of daughters just started to college, and right now here in the United States, if you have an insurance policy, the child can stay, I think, on a policy till 25.
25 or 26.
Yeah. That may go away. We don't know.
Right.
But when you're in your mid-20s and all the way into your 30s, probably most cases don't go to the doctor a lot. So once those individuals don't have their parents' coverage anymore, I would think this would be a fantastic fit.
Well, and we even find some parents who their kids are on their insurance that have a $5,000 or $7,000 deductible.
There you go.
That are saying, we're going to pay the membership for our kid to come see you. Yeah, they have student health, but we'd rather they come see you. And so we have parents that are paying it for their kids that live all across the state. Just because the deductible.
Yeah.
The one thing I talk about when I talk to groups or employers is that you can talk about retail pricing or you can talk about wholesale pricing. Retail pricing is if you go and you get your lab drawn, and I'm using that as a profit center, or I send you to a lab draw station where they're trying to make a profit. Versus us, we charge $10 to draw your blood, and we've rounded what that lab test cost me up to the next dollar. So it's a round. So, our basic lab panel is $42, and that includes a vitamin D, which in Kearney about $85 is the cheapest we've found. So we've saved some of our customers just on labs enough to pay their membership for the whole year.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long.
If we do labs twice a year, if they're diabetic or have high cholesterol and those kind of things. So that's an example of wholesale versus retail. And if you're paying that deductible out of your pocket, you're paying it. Yeah. Another example I always talk about is an MRI. If you look at Kearney Regional's website, their price is a little over $2,300. You'll pay a couple $100 to have it read. If you look at CHI, they're at $1,664. You'll pay a couple $100 to have it read. Or we can log on to a website called mdsave.com and you purchase it up front, and it's $436, including the radiology read.
Wow!
So I can tell you that CHI is not losing money at $436, but they're charging $1,950 if you have insurance, or if you walk in and maybe your insurance company negotiated that down to $1,500. But if I'm paying it out of pocket, that's still $1,100 more than if I paid for it out of pocket up front.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things we help our customers with. October Breast Cancer Awareness Month, women can go on to MD Save, and if it's a screening mammogram, they don't have to have a doctor's order. So they can go on and purchase it. It's $149 for a mammogram. Typically, it's $270. If you go into the facility, it's over $350.
Plus, you have to go see the doctor first.
No.
Not for yours, but typically.
Well, doctors will tell them that.
Yeah.
But no.
You don't have to.
Your wife could go today, if she needs a screening mammogram, she could log on to mdsave.com, purchase it, call CHI in Kearney and say, I want to schedule my screening mammogram. They will schedule it. When she goes in, they'll ask who her doctor is, who do they want it sent to, says me, I get the report, then I send it on. So there are some things, it's like physical therapy. You don't actually have a doctor's order to go to physical therapy.
Right.
You can walk in and get taken care of. And mammograms, screening mammograms. Now, if it's something that you need a diagnostic mammogram because there's a lump or something they're following up on, that's a whole different deal. Then you do have to have an order.
Okay. Talk a little bit about business groups that you talk to, what they might consider.
So for businesses with 5 or more employees, we offer just a flat $50 no matter what the age of the employee is. So if they're 40 in that 45 to 64, which is typically 75, we offer a $50 or $25 discount for those. We also then allow those employees to add their spouse and their kids if they want. The business, we set it up where the business pays for the membership and then the individual pays for their family. And if you look at a full-time employee of 2,080 hours, it's about 29 cents an hour of that $600. And, the thing that I tell business owners is if you're selling a widget, you're building a widget, or you're maintaining a widget, what's your biggest expense? And a lot of times they'll say, well, payroll. And I say, what? Yeah, but your biggest expense is when you don't have somebody there building, maintaining, or selling, because that's how you generate money. And so we're seeing business in Kearney. We have 4 businesses here in Broken Bow that have already signed up with us that have come to the realization that if I want my employees to be at work, they don't have insurance or they have a high deductible plan, we're going to pay that $50 a month so they can come be seen when they need to be seen. And in Kearney, we have 2 or 3 that have given us testimonials that they've seen their absenteeism drop. And, one of the business said, whenever I have an employee show up, that's $500 a day out of my pocket. $50 a month is nothing, because it's a 10 times reward just for one day. So it's been really beneficial for our employers. I was told by friends of mine who have been doing this that it's an 18 to 36 month sales cycle. So when you talk to a physician about sales cycles, they all roll their eyes and say, well, we're not salesmen. In reality, you are. So we're seeing a lot of interest in that. And we have a few more businesses here in Broken Bow, and we have some, we had 5 or 6 in Kearney that were ready to sign up, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
A couple of them were in the food service industry. One of those is just in the process of signing up now. He said, we're back busy enough where we were that I'm going to go ahead and add my key people. But it's really a huge benefit because it's something your employee can actually use. If you buy them a health insurance plan, say, and it's got a $3,000 or $5,000 deductible, but they don't have the $200 to walk in the door or the $150 to walk in the clinic, you really haven't given them anything.
Yeah.
Where if you do the $50 a month, you're actually providing them health care because they can go be seen and it doesn't cost them anything.
Yeah, and even as high as these deductibles are, a lot of businesses, and I'll raise my hand to that, cannot afford to provide that as a benefit anymore. It's just it's prohibitive, and it's very frustrating because I remember here when my boss 100 years ago said, hey, we're going to offer health insurance, and it was like a $200 or $300 a month benefit then. There's no way small businesses in a lot of cases can do that now.
We're seeing companies that are signing up with a company called Sedera. So I don't know if you're aware of the Christian Share plans that have been around for. Yeah. I mean, I thought they were new. They've been around since the 70s. But those are a faith-based. You sign up with them. If you smoke, they won't accept you. They do have pre-existings. They look back. Well, Sedera is a share company that employs or is for employers and associations. So I can give you an example. For my wife and I, we have a $1,500 per incident, maximum 5 incidents per year. So our maximum out of pocket would be $7,500. I mean, I'm 60. Our premium is right at $300 a month. If we did health insurance, in December of 2017, we went on to healthcare.gov for a $13,500 deductible bronze plan, not even a gold plan. A bronze plan was going to be $2,083 a month. Yeah. So we were going to spend $37,000 before we got any benefit. And that's the problem. Insurance companies are selling a product nobody can afford to buy.
Yeah.
Where if you look at the Christian Share plans or Sedera, they're really that catastrophic. So you pick, 500 up to 5,000 per incident, and then you come see us, and we take care of the day-to-day primary care, manage those chronic diseases, trying to keep you out of the ER, keep you out of the hospital. And that's what our job is. But if you do get in a car wreck, or you do have to have surgery, or you do have a heart attack, you've got that catastrophic backing you up. And we're going to see more and more and more of these because, again, health insurance companies are selling a product nobody can afford to buy.
All right. We've covered some ground here. I think there's a lot more we could talk about, but is there some things here that you wanted to highlight that we haven't discussed?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just, one, that we're open.
Okay.
And we're darn happy that we're open. We're happy. I tell people all the time, we're not competing with anybody because what we offer is a completely different product. And I know there's been some rumblings around town. There's some small town politics. Hey, that's part of living in, dealing in small towns.
It's here.
Whether it's, about us buying the building, or whether it's about us opening, or whether it's about being competition, I don't worry about that because we're not competing with anybody. Because our product that we're offering is so much different than what anybody else is offering. But just the fact that we're here, we did hire a nurse practitioner, Holly Goodell.
Mm-hmm.
She started with us 3 weeks ago. We're working on getting her trained. Come January, we will plan on having the clinic here staffed 4.5 days a week, whether it's her or whether it's me. Right now, we're here Monday afternoons, all day Wednesday and Friday mornings. And then if we need to in between, if I need to come I see somebody I will, or we'll do a video chat or whatever to get people taken care of. But one, we're happy to be here. Two, we are open. We're ready to take care of people. We've got the clinic is pretty well set up. I mean, I still need to get a few things. But I'd like to have a little cash flow before I do that.
Yes.
Because they're not cheap items.
No.
An EKG machine and some of those kind of things, because those are things we offer within the membership. I mean, we do an EKG for free. Well, I don't have an EKG because I haven't bought one yet, but we'll get that. We're set up to do strep tests. We're set up to do rapid flus. I've done a couple COVID tests while we're here, or since we've been here. But we're ready to rock and roll. We're very pleased. We have Wendy Glindy. I mean, she's a top-notch individual, but she's also a top-notch RN. And so, having her experience of working in that building for 10 months, she said different times, I can't believe how different this is. You walk down the hallways, it doesn't squeak. Because we spent money trying to fix that.
And there's not all the little rooms, you've expanded that out too.
Right, we took 3 exam rooms and made 2. Those rooms were 11 by 7.5. So now they're still not quite as big as what I would have liked, but they don't seem like you're crawling into a closet.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to think about all the different things and the way that this is presented. And I don't know. I think people are very interested in this. I think you're willing to answer questions about it too. I think that's important to note.
Absolutely. If they, people can call the clinic, they can stop by the clinic. If they're in Kearney, they want to stop by how we do things there. We're going to be doing things very similar here. I mean, I could talk about this all day, Dave. It's one of those things I absolutely love what I do. I mean, I got into medicine. I was a banker for 10 years, got into medicine, and really got out and started practicing in 2003, 2004 when I moved to Geneva, and then went to Omaha and was there 3.5 years. And I was ready to get out of medicine. I was looking at a different career. When I left my job there, I didn't work for 6 months. I was so mentally burnt out. And this has been such a refreshing to come back and be a doctor again and not have to be a box checker for some third party who's dictating to me how I should provide your care. And think about if your car insurance or if your house insurance. If you had a claim on your house, but it had to go through some third party, it says, well, no, we're going to pay for this. We're only going to put pay for this color of paint or this shingle or, whatever. And I'm of the belief that insurance shouldn't pay for primary care because people have to have a certain level of responsibility for their health. So insurance, in my mind, should always be for catastrophic. I mean, you have insurance on your car because if you get in a wreck or if it gets hailed, or you have insurance on your house if you have a tornado come through or you have a fire. It doesn't pay for the day-to-day maintenance things.
Right.
And primary care is day-to-day maintenance. But the way our healthcare system is set up, the consumer is cut out of that because it's priced so expensive that most people can't afford it. So our healthcare system is more of a reactive. So you end up in the ER with chest pain, you've had your first heart attack, instead of being proactive that you should have been able to go see your doctor 10 years ago, get blood tests done at an affordable price, get medicines at an affordable price to get your cholesterol down, your blood pressure down. So 10 years down the road, you don't have that first heart attack, because once you've had it, we can't fix it. But if we can prevent it, and that's one of the beefs I have with our whole healthcare system, and that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to turn that clock back 50 years where, one, consumers, people know who their doctor is. If they call them, they're going to pick up the phone or they're going to get back to them. But two, preventing people from ending up in the emergency room, ending up in urgent care, ending up with that first side effect or comorbidity from something that could have been prevented.
Doc, is that, there's a lot of things written about how people have changed how they use the ER, the emergency rooms. They go there exactly how you're describing it. I mean, they go there sometimes because they can get in faster there than they can make an appointment, for one thing, and that seems kind of weird to me.
Well, they use the ER as their primary care physician.
Yeah.
In Kearney, a lot of our customers have used the urgent care as their primary care physician, and that's really sad that they have to do that. One, they're paying an inflated price for somebody who really doesn't know anything about you. When people sign up with us, we actually have them sign up online. So they can sit at home and they can look at their medicine bottle and put in the dose and how many times I'm taking it. Because I've had people come in over the years and I sit down or my nurse sits down and tries to go, well, what medicines are you taking? Well, I'm taking that yellow pill for my blood pressure and this blue pill for this. And, well, that doesn't help me at all.
I don't have my list with me.
Right.
Yeah.
So we always ask people, fill it out as completely as you can. And if I look at it, they sign up and I look at it and there's no milligrams or how many, I'll just call them and say, hey, just bring your medicines with you so that we can go through that and get it set up. Because when you go to the ER, when you go to urgent care, a lot of people don't remember what they're taking.
No.
They don't have their list with them. And so it becomes a shotgun approach. In our healthcare system and our litigious society, it's a CYA kind of an approach that I'm going to do everything under the sun to make sure I don't miss something, because if I miss something, they're going to come back and sue me.
Yeah.
Where with us, we have the time to build that relationship so that we know what they're taking. If we stop something and they call up and say, hey, I'm having chest pain or I feel like I've got substernal chest pressure, well, it may be because we stopped your acid reflux medicine. Well, let's go back on it. If you go to the emergency room, they're going to get the $10,000 workup because they're going to get a chest x-ray, they're going to get EKG, they're going to get lab work done because they don't know them. Right. And that's the problem with our healthcare. One of the problems with our healthcare system.
And they have to check the boxes, as you mentioned,
right,
to be able to get paid.
Yeah, one of the things that is very frustrating to most patients or consumers is, they check in and they get asked, well, why are you here today? And so sometimes they don't want to tell because it's embarrassing. Then they get in and the nurse asks them a whole bunch of questions, and then the doctor comes in and asks them the same questions. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, where's the communication here? I tell our customers, Robin or Wendy will go in and do the first visit doing a pretty extensive history. I come in and go through their history with them, but I always tell them, I'm going to try to ask you questions that, not ask you the same questions that my nurse did. My job is to take what they tell me and expand on that. And that's what allows us in that first visit to learn so much more about our customers than in a 15-minute visit. Mm-hmm. Because I'm starting with a good basis because I've had a chance to look at their chart. If they happen to come in and when they signed up said, well, let's sign a release of records so we can have those, that's even better. But the idea that we can just sit down and start having a conversation and talk about you as an individual, not talk about you as the diabetic or you as the depressed person or you as the person who has congestive heart failure.
Yeah, I remember when my dad was here and we had to go to several different clinics because of his health problems at that time. Sometimes in the same day, we'd drive from here to Grand Island, and we always chuckled because we would have to fill out more paperwork when we got there, and we said, how many times do we have to tell these people he's a man, he's a male?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, and I've told people, when you go to see one specialist and you fill out their paperwork, ask them to make you a copy. And then when you go see the next specialist, you just hand them the paper.
There you go. Why don't we do that?
Here, just take care of this.
Yeah.
I remember as a high school kid following my Uncle Lauren, Dr. Jake here in town, or Jake. Nobody called him Dr. Jake. And the one thing I always appreciated about him or respected about him was that he took the time. And, that was a day he would see 40, 50 people a day, and he would run 2-3 hours late. But he never, ever cut anybody short. With our model, we're limiting our patient base to 600 to 700 people. So I have the time. But that's the thing we try to do, is take the time to get to know our customers so we can build that relationship. So again, if they call me at 7 on a Friday night or text me, they know I'm going to pick up the phone. We're going to take care of it. And I always tell my new customers, you call me at 2 in the morning with a cough, it's probably going to be a short conversation. But you call me at 2 in the morning with chest pain, we're going to get you taken care of. Because some of the arguments you get of people using the emergency room as their primary care is the old philosophy that, well, if I'm awake, the doctor just won't be awake. Well, that's okay up to a point.
Yeah, to a point.
But if you're awake because you have a cough, that's not a reason to call me at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, understood. All right, folks, you can have this conversation with Doc Jacobson or his staff, and you can stop by and take a look at the building. I'm sure you welcome some guests. I don't know if you're requiring masks or not.
We do ask our customers to wear masks. If you don't have one, we have them available. Okay. There's been a spike in COVID. I'm not sure that masks help, but the so-called experts say that it does. So we try to oblige that, and we always wear a mask in our practice whenever we're seeing our customers, and we ask our customers to wear masks. I don't really require it on young kids because I think it's kind of scary for a lot of young kids to have to wear a mask, and it's bad enough that I'm in a mask. So we don't really typically require young kids to wear them, but if they're coughing, we will ask.
Sure.
Ask the
School-age kids are pretty used to it right now, but littler ones,
right.
Yeah. Right. Okay. The address is 805 South F Street in Broken Bow, the former Broken Bow Clinic. I think most people know where that's located. And you can also go to clickfamilyhealth.com and visit the website. That would really get them started as well.
It does, and I always recommend that because we have the website, we've been told, is laid out very nicely, but it has a lot of questions and answers, and that typically will trigger more questions. So I always ask people to go look at that first because it may stimulate a question you never thought about. And then when you come in, you'll get a bigger bang for the buck because we can talk about really what we need to talk about for each individual. I've always said I'm not a salesman, but I know I am. But it really depends on what each individual of our customers' needs are. And our customers' needs are different. I mean, I have 2 customers that signed up with us in the first 6 months we were open that I've never seen. I've texted them a couple times, said, hey, come so we can at least meet you. I feel like I'm stealing your money. And they said, no, when we need you, we'll come get you. Mm-hmm. They truly understand the concept of what we're doing. And then it's just that idea of peace of mind for a lot of our customers, knowing that we're there if they need us. We've had a couple people that when they first sign up will text me at 7 o'clock on Friday night, and I answer. It's like, what's going on? Well, I'm sitting here with some friends, and I told them you'd answer me. It's like, oh, great. That's good advertising.
Let's don't do that too often, but yeah.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. A text takes 30 seconds to take care of, and
True.
There are so many things in healthcare that usually after hours, it's more reassurance type calls. Mm-hmm. So, what's the dose of this? Or little Johnny fell out of the trees, looks fine. Do I need to take him to the emergency room?
Well, nighttime's always a little bit scarier, I guess, even to adults when you're not feeling good. So.
Well, and unfortunately, people don't get sick between 8 and 5.
They do not.
So
we have a scanner here, and early morning seems to be a very busy time for our EMTs, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, seems like. They make it through the night, but not quite into the next full day. So.
Well, and and we've had a couple customers that have waited too long, their asthma was bothering me, and it's like, you need to come in 3 days ago. And there's no barrier for you to come in. You've already paid us for the month, or your employer's paid us. Get in here so we can take care of you before we get to the point of, my God, we may have to send you to the ER now.
Yeah.
So it's just changing that mindset of that, people can come to us, people can call us, they don't have to wait until the 11th hour when they're feeling horrible, or they're getting short of breath.
All right, Jock 1 and Jock 2, and the doc.
So I have to tell you this: my old partner in Geneva played in a band, so he was called Doc. Larry Hopkin, we called him Hop or Hoppy, and then now I'm going to lose the other guy's name. He was a teacher in McCool Junction. His last name was Germer. So for a while they called themselves Doc Hop and the Germ.
Nice.
Cool.
Right. Hey, before you go, quick question. I think you mentioned quickly days you were open. Do you have set hours at the clinic right now, or as far as when people can come in? Or
right now, Wendy Glendy's there every day.
Okay.
We're probably gonna maybe back that down to where she's got a couple half days off.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, Monday afternoon, all day Wednesday, and Friday mornings is when Holly and I are there.
Mm-hmm.
But Wendy's there pretty much every day.
Okay.
If they call the clinic here and nobody answers, it will roll forward to the clinic in Kearney.
Okay.
We have that set to where it automatically rolls. If nobody answers there, then it rolls to my cell phone. So
you're going to get somebody.
Yeah, the thing I hate is answering machines. So we do our best to try to keep people from getting to an answering machine.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. We could do another show on answering machines. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thanks,
all right,
guys.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. 6 days before the election, and Joe Biden will deliver remarks on the pandemic from his home in Delaware. CBS's Lisa Mateo.
Today, President Trump campaigns in Arizona after holding crowded rallies in 3 Midwestern states yesterday.
A second night of protests in Philadelphia over the police shooting death of a 27-year-old black man. State Representative Joanna McClinton.
He should still be here right now. When you call for help, you should get help. You shouldn't get execution.
Hurricane Zeta is speeding toward Louisiana. WWL-TV meteorologist Peyton Malone.
This could be some of the strongest winds we have seen in years.
Zeta is expected to make landfall as a Category 2 storm around 5 p.m. Eastern. Stocks set to slide at the open. Dow futures down 581. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Investors are worrying that a spike in coronavirus cases could slow down the economy.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Baseball season is over and the Dodgers are world champs.
Urias to Adames. Call strike 3. The Dodgers win. Finally, the wait is over. The Dodgers are the champions of 2020.
Final call from AM 570 LA Sports of Game 6 of the World Series. Dodgers win it 3-1. The game turned in the 6th inning when Tampa Bay starter Blake Snell was pulled by manager Kevin Cash after allowing just 2 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks in 5 1/3 innings, and having thrown just 73 pitches. LA then scored 2 runs in that inning, 1 on a wild pitch, the second on a fielder's choice to take a 2-0 lead. Mookie Betts added an insurance solo homer in the 8th inning. LA had 7 different pitchers combined to allow just 1 run on 5 hits in the victory. Corey Seager was named the World Series MVP for LA. Also of note, LA third baseman Justin Turner was pulled from the game in the 8th inning after it was learned an initial inconclusive test came back positive for COVID-19.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures approaching 50 for today. We'll see lots of sunshine. Then for tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, some patchy fog possible late, a low of 25. For Thursday, some lingering fog in the morning, then clearing into the afternoon, reaching a high of 46. Friday, trending milder with abundant sunshine, upper 50s for highs, and for Saturday, 55 degrees. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Let the joy begin with this week's sale at JCPenney. Get cozy with up to 50% off select cold weather bedding or your favorite kitchen items from Cuisinart, Wilton, and Instant Pot. Also, get select family outerwear at up to 50% off and save an extra 25% with coupon. Plus, grab our Black Friday prices earlier than ever. Shop the Black Friday kickoff at jcp.com this Sunday. JCPenney. Offers valid 10/29 to 11/5. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
The candy's gone.
At Walgreens, we know that monsters have a sweet tooth, too.
Monsters?
Thankfully, Walgreens helps you get scary fast with safe and quick in-store shopping and same-day contactless pickup. so you can easily replenish the candy the monsters ate. Make Halloween happen with Walgreens. And be sure to grab an extra bag of candy, just in case the monsters get hungry again. Walgreens.
Proud to be the station you listen to in your SUV or
understand or don't realize a lot of times that we have the wings, but we also do the mozzarella sticks and little bite-sized apple. We call them little apple pies, and we sprinkle them with cinnamon sugar on there. And then if you're not really in the mood for big old heavy pizzas, we also have brand new salads that have just come out. We have new recipes. We're putting cucumbers on them, and we have a Caesar salad. We can do a side salad, an entree salad. We could add chicken to any of them, and they look really good. I mean, they're really, really good. You throw in that Caesar dressing, ranch dressing, or creamy Italian dressing, and toss it all together. It's really good. And then we also have sandwiches along with that. We have Black Forest sandwiches, and we call the one that I really like is the Supremo salad. It's got their sandwich. We have the Black Forest ham, Genoa salami, and pepperoni on it. Both sandwiches come with melted provolone cheese on them, and they're really, really good.
Oh, Brent.
Hey, Glenda, I have a question for you. What are some of the things you guys are doing for lunch right now? Since the buffet is not going on anymore, do you still have some special things that go on during lunchtime?
Well, unfortunately, our dining room right now is not open.
Okay.
And so we're not doing that. We do delivery over the lunch hours, but we're just not running any lunch specials. Something we need to do to drive. We're trying to get our dining room back opened up. Unfortunately, we ended up having to close it due to some staffing issues. I want to clarify that. A lot of people have asked us if it was corona related, and it wasn't. It's just a staffing issue. We didn't have enough staff, so we've been doing a lot of hiring, so we're about ready to get that opened back up. And so as we touched on our delivery, I do want to say that we do offer delivery from 11 to 12, or 11 to 2, and 5 to 10, Monday through Friday, and then we do deliveries all day Saturday and Sunday. Now, with this weather, sometimes if we get a driver that can't make it in and we just can't get it arranged to where who we have here can make those deliveries, sometimes we do have to shut down the deliveries just due to the weather. So,
sure. Is there a minimum amount on the delivery, Glenda?
Yeah, we try and get $11 minimum delivery, and then and so it just makes it easier.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else, Glenda, you wanted to highlight that we haven't talked about?
I think we've kind of gone all over everywhere. Just come in with this weekend. We got the Halloween coming up. Come on in and let's see those kids. They come on through. You can walk on through our dining room. If the kids are out and about, stop on in and see us, and we'll give them a little personal pan coupon for a little personal pan pizza. Come on through. We'll do that for the Halloween for the kids. And then that's about it. Like I say, just kind of hanging in there. We've got the winter coming up, so trying to stay nice and warm and order up some pizzas there.
There you go, Glenda. Thanks so much. Appreciate your time, and have yourself a great pizza day.
You bet. You too.
Take
All
care.
right. Thank you.
You bet. 9:14 is your time. We have another guest, Mr. Todd Reynolds. And I say, Mr. I mean it.
He's my agent.
Oh, that's right. Your agent's coming in.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Rent?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do it. Or should I? Okay, I will.
Excellent, Ed. A whole host of whole home Culligan water systems for rent already on the way.
See Tim Wright and Del Moniger, your local Culligan men in Broken Bow.
9:21. I don't know about you, Brent, but this is an impressive show. We've had a doctor in.
Yes.
And now we have your agent in.
Oh, I know.
It's true.
Yes. I'm hoping, are we going to have time to negotiate?
We will.
Okay.
We will. Yep.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Thanks.
I can't
You
wait
want
for
to do
that.
that now or at
You're
the
busy
end of
right
the
now.
segment?
I
am
you
very
can go on
busy.
strike. And then David have to do it. You know?
Oh, well.
You're such a big help, Doc.
What a great agent. Always has my best interest at
Yeah,
heart.
he sure does. Well, Todd's here to talk about seed and fertilizer and plots and so forth, and this is going to be interesting. We get reports on Brownfield about what's happening around the growing area, but not specifically here too often in this area. So looking forward to your data here.
Yeah, it's been a good fall. I think, up until this last two snowstorms, which is kind of surprising in October to have two snowstorms in the same month. But
yeah,
they've had a great fall. They've kind of mowed through things and got done well. And where we haven't had the weather events, they've had some great yields out there. So it's nice to see. So
even though it was dry, the harvest really moved along pretty swiftly, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any hiccups, no rain, and two snowstorms in a week. So Mother Nature slaps you upside the head once in a while. Goes, hey, whoa, I'm in charge.
Trotter fertilizer, Trotter seed, right in the middle of it all.
Yep.
Give us the information, if you would.
Yeah, so we got some plot information. I'm the dealer for DeKalb and Asgrow, and DeKalb's had a really good year for plots. Just to run down a couple for here. Coleman Farms out here west of Broken Bow, good customer of mine. They had the top three numbers were DeKalb 6464 and DeKalb 6391, which both yielded 294.4 bushel. DeKalb 6289 was 292.7, and the top competitor came in at 289.3. So they had a great plot. They do a plot for us every year and just do a great job. Christensen's Farms, theirs was down by Berwyn this year. Their top three numbers were DeKalb 5982 at 297.4, DeKalb 6435 at 296.1, and DeKalb 6289 again at 290.2. Again, the top competitor was 283.2. So again, great customers of mine. Appreciate these guys putting these plots in. The plots are literally kind of a pain in the butt. They just take time. They're in a hurry in the spring. They're in a hurry in the fall. You just almost cringe. But they want to put them in because you got to have the data, right? So I really appreciate my customers doing that for us. Myself and my son Austin put one in up towards the gates. Of course, we got a little hail up there. Thankfully, we didn't get the hail. Some other people did on the north side of the river, but the adjuster said it was 13% hail damage on that one. But the top numbers were 6140 at 227.4, DeKalb 6390 at 224.3, and DeKalb 5864 at 219.5, and the top competitor came in at 200.8. So I was pretty happy with it. Austin was happy with it. I mean, we had a good plot, even though they're about right the week after the hailstorm. Like, oh gosh, this does not look good.
Look bad.
You just want to walk away for a while.
Well, if you take that 227 and add that 13 to 15%,
right,
on it, you would have been right in the ballpark with these other guys.
Still did okay. I was pretty tickled with it. And then Don Kintrell up there at Myrna, longtime DeKalb customer of John Blakeman's up there, had a plot near Myrna. So his top three numbers were DeKalb 6391 at 321.2, DeKalb 6464 at 317.3, and DeKalb 5982 at 315.9. The top competitive number came in at 317.1. I mean, I'm not sure, that might be one of the first plots I've seen where the top 3 or 4 or 5 numbers were over 300 bushel. I mean, it's just phenomenal yields in certain spots of the country or county.
Yeah, well over 300.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
that fills the old bin up pretty quick.
You don't have to go very far. Keeps the old auger wagon guy on his toes.
Yeah.
So, fun stuff. Just talk about our seed stuff coming up later this year. We have an 8% discount, early cash discount that the last day is November 17th. So if you're wanting to talk to me about seed sometime, come in. We can start talking about that. Some people like to pay in November. Some people want to pay after the first year. There's different options for us. There's a lot of the other things we need to probably get you in there, Bon, is, as you're going through the fields at Combine, if you see some areas that you go, oh, that area just wasn't very good compared to the rest of the field, So come in and talk to Paul or I about doing some soil sampling. Now it's time to get that done. Seems like lots of times everybody waits and then everybody wants it done, and pretty soon we're like really scrambling to get them all done. But it'd be great to have you come in now and either grid sample or just sample spots in the field. Is a great way to look at things.
Yeah, that really tells you about how much water you're getting everywhere. If you're pivot irrigating, maybe you got some problems there, or soil deficiency of some sort.
Yep. So we'd love to have you come in. I guess big news too for us yesterday was dicamba got approved by EPA, so that helps out on the bean side for some guys that were we were worried whether or not it was going to get approved. So we're glad the EPA got that pushed through finally. So
that's good news for those guys. And availability then, is it available?
Yeah, I think we're probably going to see some seed corn numbers that maybe be a little less availability. That windstorm in Iowa affected a lot of seed areas. So it's funny how you don't think about those things until you go to buy seed and go, oh, that's probably where they grew that one. So
there was a lot of damage out that way.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, the Democrats said it was a flood, I think, but I think it was wind damage. Camilla, whatever.
Gazing.
I'm so glad you came in.
No wonder he's your agent.
Yeah, I know. We get along real well, let me tell you.
So anyway, I'm glad to see the farmers and the prices have come up too. That's awesome to see. Looks like we're maybe setting up nice for next year, and yields have been great. So we're a little positive action before the end of the year is always nice.
Yeah, very nice, especially this year. And if the prices are up a little bit, and there was some assistant programs due to COVID and other things, so they may want to talk to you about investing before the end of the year.
Yep, I hope so.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
That is a great sign.
Yeah,
for the whole. Doesn't matter what business you're in Custer County.
Yeah,
that's a good sign for everybody.
Yeah, we was talking yesterday about our sales here, and sales gals wanted to know the best month we ever had, and I said I think it was in 2012, and they said, well, why was that? And I said, because the ag economy was so good that it was just really an easy year to go out and do business because people had cash flow.
Yep. Same way to our office. I mean, it's pretty easy to talk to a guy and to spend an extra $10 when corn's $6 or $7 a bushel.
Yeah.
So.
But we haven't seen that for a while, but it is better. That's good news.
And I don't know if any of us want to see it go back to there because it also caused some problems, but it sure be nice to see the $5 mark somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere where they can make some good money and not get into a bind. I think in 2012, if I remember correctly, the cattle guys were trying to figure out how they could not take a hit on taxes because they have one good year for a change.
Yeah.
You know?
Talked to a guy who had quite a few cattle, and I said, don't you used to have an airplane? Yeah. He said, I sold it, but if cattle stay this high, I'm going to buy another one.
So, that's the way it goes. But it has been a long, long run here since we've had, like you say, just common sense prices is what all these guys want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So. You got to have it up there where everybody can make some money, but you're not scrambling. I mean, nobody wants to farm for the government program.
Right, exactly.
It just doesn't work.
Doesn't work as well as the old capitalism way of doing things. Right.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So you noted here on your notes here, you'd like to see things get back to normal in 2021.
I really would. It's just not that I've been a mask wearer at all. I mean, but geez, it's just. I mean, just. Like the volleyball games, you got to wear a mask, and even the night before, you kind of had to be on a list to even get in the gym, which is just that's just wrong.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
understand why they're doing it.
Yeah,
sure. It's just
we are so happy that we're still covering volleyball and football, and that they were able to have it, and the kids have made some sacrifices there. If you watch the ladies,
absolutely,
ladies Broken Bow team, they wear their masks. I don't know how they do that and play
I
volleyball.
don't either. Well, we were watching on TV the other night, and I don't know if it's Ord team, but every one of them had their mask down around their neck. I'm like, I don't know what good that's doing. But
It's a bandana.
Whatever. So,
Yeah. Well, it would be tempting because, and we're going to get into some sports where masks aren't going to be working very well in basketball and wrestling. So
Yeah.
We keep hoping it gets better, but right now we
Yes.
got a little spike going. But it has been a weird year, and in some ways it's went by really fast. If you think about March
Yes.
when this hit, we're already to, the last quarter of the year, end of October.
Right.
But in other ways, it seems like it's been forever. You guys were talking about Big Red football and those sorts of things that don't even seem real yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's odd. That's all there is to it. I don't know. When the kids got out of school last March, everybody's like, "Woohoo! I get out of school," and then pretty soon they're like, "Oh, geez, I wish I was back in school."
Yeah.
That was kind of evident pretty early on that they decided maybe it wasn't such a bad deal.
No, exactly.
See each other and be social at that point in your life's a pretty big deal. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right, the guys out there, you've read some numbers here. I'm sure you have conversations with all your customers out there. Maybe not specific numbers, but generally, this has been a good year, and DeKalb right there at the top.
Yep. Like I said, we've probably had as good a year in plots as we have since I've been selling DeKalb. It's just been a phenomenal year for us, so it's nice to see.
Now, as an agent, I know you can spread some fertilizer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, zinger.
Yikes. He had a comeback.
But that's so the other half of what you guys do is make sure that ground is ready to go, right?
Yep. We usually do some winter spreading to dry once it freezes up, usually in the sand hills on some meadows and stuff like that. So that's kind of the first fertilizer spreading we do might be January or February, but we got into doing quite a bit of meadow hay up there. And but then part of the soil sampling is obviously getting ready for the plan to what you want to do once it does become spring again, which it'll be here one of these days, I'm sure.
Yeah. So now's the time to take care of all that, right?
Yep. Go out and do the soil samples and come, and then once we get the results back, come in, talk to Paul, and talk about what works and what he thinks is best to make those changes for him.
All right. Most everybody knows where you're located, but you might mention that.
We're on South B. It's funny, we have a lot of truckers we're on North B. Jeez. A lot of truckers come in like, I didn't know there's two B streets, and they end up down there by Prairie Pioneer Center or somewhere. But anyway, we're on North B, just 2 blocks west of Arrow Seed. Come on down and see us. My cell phone number, if you want to talk about seed, is 870-6045, and our office number is 872-3331. So come in anytime, even if you just want to chat about what you're seeing, and we can see if we can help you in any way.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I know those guys out there do too, and the ladies. Is there ever any conversations about other things in the shop there?
Just occasionally.
Pretty much business, though.
Yeah, there's been some interesting ones. Yeah. There's a little bit of BS goes on occasionally. Yeah. Well, you just said I was full of fertilizer.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's pretty evident that's what this whole show is about, is spreading fertilizer.
Yeah, right.
That's right. Yeah.
So we appreciate you coming in. Did you guys want to talk business about any, publicly? I'd rather have this
I don't know.
public
It's Mike.
conversation.
I think you wrote up a contract.
I did.
Didn't you, like a year or so ago? Or is that up? Do we need to
I suppose we
renegotiate
do
the
need
contract
to
with Dave as far
renegotiate.
as
I would think so.
how he treats me and the other sports personnel?
I think that's the big thing.
I
A lot
would
of
like-
harassment goes on around here from what I can hear.
Well, and here's the thing. That was on a piece of paper, I think, and I scanned that and put that in my computer, and I had a file go bad on me, and that's no longer in there.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember what the first contract was.
Right.
I know it was prohibitive from my side.
Well, thanks to Todd's negotiation skills, I think I got nachos
You did.
at state basketball a couple of years ago.
That's way over the top.
That's nice. In the next contract, I would like to maybe see if we could negotiate stadium seats for the sports crew.
That'd be nice.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to sit in those bleachers for 5+ hours.
Friday night, I sat on, and them aluminum bleachers are cold.
Yeah.
Oh, outside.
Yeah. It was chilly Friday night.
Yeah, that was a cold night.
Good win by the last man. Great end of the season for the Indians. That was fun to watch.
Oh, great conclusion to the
We're on a-
season.
We're kind of on a roll there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, even Austin was telling me, said, "Man, I don't think Bro makes the playoffs. I don't think anybody wants us."
Well, I don't
They're
think
just
they
playing
do.
pretty well.
Yeah, I would
So-
agree. We've had a lot of great success again this year with area
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah.
Volleyball, football, golf, cross country, everything. It's
Yeah.
been a great fall sports season.
It's all due to you. I mean, I don't know why.
Is it now?
Yeah. no
Okay,
doubt.
well, thanks.
You and Billy Bales.
Yeah, there you go.
I
If we
go
get
along
you-
with Billy.
We get you a red cowboy hat. I think we might win a couple more state championships.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, get me and Billy together there with the red cowboy hats on. We're ready.
I'm for that.
We're ready, man.
Todd, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
problem.
Always appreciate you guys' support, too, for putting sports on the
Yeah.
radio.
You bet.
Huskers and high school and all of that. It's a big part of what we like to do, so we appreciate your
Yeah.
support.
You know, Jim Trotter pretty much sports anything sports and small town. That's just the way his mantra has always been from day one.
Yep, he knows how to give back. There's no
Yep.
doubt about that.
Yep.
I don't think anybody would argue that.
That's
So,
right.
Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
Little loving time for my agent and my, or I should say Brent's agent and my employee.
In honor of the One Box Hunt, come see us at Bo Bootery and save on fashion boots. They're 20% off. We have lots of ankle boots and tall boots in black, brown, and red. Wear them for one box or save them for an occasion later. Fashion boots, 20% off right now at Bo Bootery on the square in Broken Bow.
Knowing your family health history is an important aspect of breast cancer awareness. Have you talked with your grandmother, mother, aunt, sister, or daughter about their health history? If someone in your immediate family on either side has been diagnosed with breast cancer or ovarian cancer, let your physician know and be sure to get the exams that he or she recommends.
Brought to you by Nebraska State Bank in Broken Bow, celebrating those who have fought or are still fighting. They want to encourage everyone to take steps toward protecting your health by self-monitoring and by visiting your doctor.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend.
Sometimes life changes just like the seasons. Do you have the right accounts for where you're at in life? Call or stop by any NSB branch in Broken Bow, Myrna, or Callaway, and they'll be there. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
You've got a friend.
9:42. We are running a little long today, but you know what? That's all right. We've had a good show of people here.
Yeah, good guests coming in.
Yep, good people. And now we want to talk about some good businesses who have some things going on. We want to visit about, well, did we talk about Livia's Boutique? Oh, we talked about Livia's Boutique yesterday during our staff meeting, didn't we?
Yes.
Because they have men's jeans.
They do, yes. And they got a lot of things going on right now. Livia's Boutique, you're going to find them in Ansley, Nebraska, right there on Main Street. Livia's Boutique is excited with all their new fall arrivals, and they want you to come in and take a look. In addition to all their fall clothes, they have the new, I've got to talk to the girls about, Myra, I think, is how you pronounce that. I'm a guy. Myra bags. You got to check those out. Also, colognes and perfumes, stocking stuffers for the kids. We mentioned this yesterday. We're at that time, right? I mean, it's time to start thinking about Christmas shopping. So make sure you swing on in and see what they have at Livia's Boutique in Ansley to stuff the stockings for the kids this coming Christmas season. And while you shop, make sure you enjoy a sample cup of their new coffees that they now carry. They brew a new flavor each day for you to try. If coffee is not your style, they also have flavored tea bags and loose leaf tea as well. Also, they stock greeting cards now for every occasion, so check that out. There's no need to shop out of town this holiday season. Livia's Boutique will help you complete your Christmas list. They are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5. Also open Saturday, 10 to 4, right there on Main Street, Ansley. And you can order online as well. Just go to liviasboutique.com.
All right. You know, there's a lot of talk around this area about new housing needs. And we were talking the other day about what's happening in Callaway and Arnold and here in Broken Bow and some new housing projects that are going to be started up in the Sargent area. Ansley's been working on it. So all the communities in our area are looking for adding housing to make places available. And the village of Arcadia has done the same thing. They have some really nice housing available.
They do. They want you to know that they have some brand new rental duplex units available in Arcadia. They are located at 215 East Bridge Street, and we have a little picture of them here on the sheet that we're looking at. Oh, man, they look just fabulous. Units feature 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage, and all appliances. Annual income limits do apply. Income is verified. Fair housing regulations apply as well. Now, the rent is $725. That's pretty good for what you're going to get. Deposit $725. For more information, you just contact the Village of Arcadia, and their number is 308-789-6552. So if you're interested in the new rental duplex units available in Arcadia, contact the Village of Arcadia at 308-789-6552.
All right, we're not going to be able to give any tickets away today, but we do want to remind you that the veterans will not be hosting their annual soup supper this year, so instead they'll be selling chances to win either $100, $300, or $500 gift cards to the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. And you can purchase those tickets at Culligan Water right now. And then on Veterans Day, November 11th, you can stop by the Vets Building all day, and they'll be selling tickets, and they'll have a drawing at 7 p.m. That evening. So get your tickets now and get yourself a chance to win some groceries. And, of course, they use the money for maintenance on the Veterans Building, so you're helping out as well.
I want to remind you about the Nebraska Land Hearing Center in Broken Bow. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. And she has some special things going on right now, offering a $1,500 stimulus special. And you can receive a $500 discount for buying local and trade-in values on old hearing aids. Just call Roxanne to find out more. The phone number is 308-384-3852. Call her now to make an appointment. Again, the number 308-384-3852.
All right. Thank you very much, Brent. And it is National Chocolate Day that Glenda was talking about. So go ahead and gorge on some chocolate.
Oh, be happy to do that.
It can actually lower your blood pressure, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So you're...
Well, I'm going to, every time I'm eating a candy bar, I'm going to tell people that.
It's health food.
I'm lowering my blood pressure. Oh, my. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, that sound can mean only one thing. And that is for us to remind you that Gibbons Electric does not monkey around. And you don't want people to monkey around when it comes to electricity. That's not good. So Gibbons Electric of Ansley, ready to go to work for you. Your job's big or small, they can tackle them for you. Andy will come out, take a look at the project, give you a free estimate. Residential, commercial, agricultural, offering 15 years of experience. And again, eager to go to work for you. So just give them a call at 308-763-1193. You can also check out their website. It's up and running. It's simply WeDon'tMonkeyAround.com.
Thank you, Brent, and thank you, Mrs. Monkey.
Hey, I got one more thing to mention.
Okay.
All right. There are some job opportunities listed for you on our website, sandhillsexpress.com. Just check them out on the employment page. And here's what you'll find at the moment. There are career opportunities available at the Callaway Good Life Center. They have part or full-time positions available for LPNs and RNs. They have a night charge nurse shift available as well, a day shift medication nurse, and possibly other duties for the right applicant. Competitive wages and benefits. Also, part and full-time positions available on all shifts for CNAs and MAs. Competitive wages and benefits. Also, a dietary part-time cook position available at Callaway Good Life Center. And we do remind you, if you're not familiar, this is a small, skilled nursing facility that strives to create a home-like and friendly environment for both residents and staff. To find an application, you can go to their website, which is simply CallawayGoodLife.com. If you'd like more information about the positions available, contact Vicki or Brandy at 836-2267. And you can also email your resume and other information to CallawayGoodLife@gpcom.net. Also, we have a job opportunity through the Nebraska Department of Transportation currently listed on sandhillsexpress.com as they are accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Broken Bow. For a full job description and to apply, you need to go to statejobs.nebraska.gov because an online state application must be completed. If you need accommodation in the selection process, contact Nebraska State Personnel at 402-471-2075. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Thank you, Brent. A couple other notes that we certainly want to bring your way. National First Responders Day is today, honoring all selfless men and women and the Department of Homeland Security. There are more than 4.6 million first responders in the United States, including EMTs, firefighters, and police. And a good share of those do not get paid. They volunteer, as we know in our area. So thank you very much, National First Responders. This is your day. And this is a little side note here. Now, you know who Julia Roberts is.
Yes, I do know who
American
Julia Roberts
treasure.
is. Yeah, pretty woman.
Very, very pretty. 53 years young today.
Wow, 53.
Yeah.
Huh.
She about your age?
Just a little older, but yeah, comparable.
Okay, so do you want to look young like she does? She doesn't look 53.
Oh.
The Oscar-winning actress credits her youthful looks to the weird way she applies her makeup.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I don't use makeup, but if I ever do, I'll try to see how she does it in a way that makes her look youthful.
You know how she does it?
I don't.
She lays on her back and puts her makeup on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She thinks that's one of the reasons that she has maintained her youthful look.
Is that difficult?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Don't you need a mirror to put makeup on?
Oh, come on. You're telling me you've never put makeup on. Come on, Brent.
No, I have. Well, I was in plays in college, and so I would have had makeup on when I was in the play, but that was it. I want to stress that. That's
when you were
it.
little, you didn't try putting some of your mom's lipstick?
No,
you
I did not. No, I did not.
Well, you know Bruce Jenner. Now
okay.
Caitlyn.
I was going to say, yeah.
Was it Caitlyn or Catlin? I don't know.
Caitlyn, I think. I'm
Caitlyn
not
Jenner,
sure.
formerly Bruce Jenner.
Right.
I'm just guessing that Bruce probably tried a little makeup on before we. Well, anyway, he's 71 today.
Really, 71.
Yeah. Former Olympian and Kardashian.
Wow.
Kim Kardashian recently revealed she was the first to know about her stepdad's transition to Caitlyn.
Oh.
When she accidentally walked in on her. Actually accidentally walked in on her dressed in women's clothing.
I see.
There you go on that island again.
I'm headed there.
One last note.
Oh, good. One more note.
Then you're still maintaining you didn't try any makeup when you were a little boy?
No.
Okay. All right, okay.
The only time I've had makeup on was when I was in the play.
All right, Brentlin.
At college.
Brentlin, I'll accept that.
Stop it. Easy now.
Okay. Bill Gates.
I know him.
Second richest man in the world.
Behind?
It doesn't say.
Is Buffett number one?
Could be Buffett.
Or is it the Amazon guy?
Or Facebook guy could be too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's Elon Musk at now? The Tesla guy. He's pretty rich.
Yeah, he's very rich, but he's kind of ornery.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really know that. I've never met him. Why should I say that?
Yeah.
He's gotten into some scrapes.
Yeah. Okay, so Bill Gates, the second richest man in the world.
65 today. He can retire.
Really? Oh, well. I hope he has enough in retirement or enough built up is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
enough revenue built up to where he can have a good retirement.
Well, the question is now can he collect his Social Security?
Oh, well.
He's estimated to be worth $114 billion. That's with a B. Even in a basic checking account, if you had that much money in a checking account, you'd make $68 million a year in interest.
Wow, just in a checking account?
Yep, wouldn't even have to do anything.
Whoa, man. What did you say it was, 114 billion?
Yep. But he can get a Social Security now.
I can't even fathom that.
Yeah, 114 billion, and he could get $68 million a year in interest just in a checking account.
Wow.
Guess that 100.
Good for him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? And Bill Gates has done a lot of good things. with his money. He's really, he and his wife have been very involved in helping children across the world to get medications and things that they need to have better lives. And he also has the Gates Foundation, which has donated a lot of computers to educators and libraries and so forth. So,
where would we be without Windows?
Yeah, well, that could be another whole show. Boy, oh boy. That takes care of this show.
Okay, yeah, we better end it.
Right. See you tomorrow.
Bye, Dave.
I love that. Your hair looks so nice.
Thanks, Dave.
A little makeup on your cheeks.
Stop it.